first. Case. Then chat with me. Got electronic memory module. Pack. Cables get in the way. Okay. In case. Hello. Memory module. Oh, let's check mail. Boy. It's met. Socket shorts. Socket shorts. Shorts. Love the shorts for reverse engineering. Pretty much with it. Oh, nope. Sold it. Darn. But that was a language thing. Order. Not a lot of stuff. I'm in Discord if you want. That's completely up to you.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good.
You're doing?
Oh, yeah, I'm well.
Okay.
I think I can go check my Sarlacc pits today.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go see if you got the holocrons, the rare one?
Yeah. I can't remember if today is the day I can collect it or if today is the last day that I feed them. Because the last day you feed them, you still have to wait a week before you get the actual item.
Yeah.
But I think it's been a month because I want to say I started it back in Christmas. Later, if you can help me, I want to do a test run on a stream. I want to make sure the audio and the picture is coming through correctly because...
Okay, hang on. Restart. Stream was going as you were explaining, so it was very loud.
Oh, gotcha. So I got a new streaming card And
Okay.
I was just gonna say later after this, I want to see if someone, at least if you can help me see if it,
Test it.
yeah, if it looks good, and I'm gonna test it. I'll label it as a test stream.
Okay.
Because I had some hiccups yesterday, even on the preview side of my side. There's some weird like screen flickering going on, where it kept like refreshing, and then I had audio problems at one point, and I think I finally got it all figured out.
What kind of card did you get?
It's a generic one. Wasn't cheap, but it wasn't expensive.
When all this stuff happened, everyone was buying up graphics cards and stuff.
Yeah. My
It's like, I'm video games.
my nephew even was wanting one for Christmas. He wanted a capture card, and we were kind of like, but you don't stream or do anything. What are you wanting it for? He's just like, I want to learn. I want to mess around with it. I want to learn. I was like, okay.
That's what everyone wanted to do.
Yeah. I mean, I admit I figured it out when stuff was going on as well. So I wanted to start, and I just had to do a little bit of research, but I kind of knew I already had some of the equipment.
Yeah.
But I mean, I basically bought a mic because the mic I had was not wonderful, and I was just streaming through the PS4, but it was okay.
Yeah. I like streaming through a computer much more.
Well, mostly, honestly, for me, the camera, I can use a better quality camera.
Did you use the PlayStation 4 camera?
I didn't because it just wasn't good. And I hate to say it, the PS5 camera is not much better.
I don't think they're ever going to do a really good camera because they have no reason.
Yeah. And it would cost too much. If they ended up doing it, they'd end up charging like $200 for a camera, and how many people are really going to pay that?
Yeah.
Honestly, they'd be better off if they would just sell an adapter that would enable other cameras to work with their system, even if it was like this adapter has the mod hardware and software to enable it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they want to do that because I think they want to keep you streaming on their equipment.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff video games do. Companies in general that just don't make sense.
Yeah. It makes sense to them.
Like Nintendo suing anyone that makes a fan game. Hey, I know we haven't made a continuation of this game in over 30 years, but you cut that out because we might.
Yeah. Wish they would make a new F-Zero.
Yeah, they're never going to, though. Because they always want a gimmick, and there's really no gimmick they can add to F-Zero.
I mean, the reason they would is if they get to the point when they're trying to pump out games for the current system and they haven't come out with any. They haven't just like. I hate to say they've run out of ideas, but they've run out of like ideas that aren't just rehashed of their previous ideas. Like once they run out of Mario games to re-release, and once they run out of other things, I mean, like I think eventually they might do one. But I think for them the biggest thing is like if they're gonna release a racing game, do they release F-Zero? that's gonna get a limited number of sales just because there's no like super well-known characters in it, or do they release another
Yeah.
Mario Kart, which is gonna be hugely popular? So it's like I understand their thinking on that, but I mean, if nothing else for me, I'm like re-release the other like the N64 one on the Switch or something. Just do it. I don't know. I mean, they've kind of teased it. They put a little bit of F-Zero stuff in Mario Kart.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm like, I'm not too disappointed in that.
I didn't like what they've been doing with Pokemon. I haven't been a fan of, because there's this thing in Pokemon called Mega Evolution. And you'll get to them when you get to that generation, but like what it was, you know how like your Bulbasaur evolved into an Ivysaur and it doesn't go back to an Ivysaur? They added a thing where if you give a Pokemon an item to hold, you can Mega Evolve that Pokemon if it has the right thing. And it just becomes like, if for like a Venusaur, it'd be like a Mega Venusaur.
Yeah.
And they gave it to some Pokemon that actually needed evolutions that didn't have any, or like needed a boost in their power. And it's like, okay, that makes sense. But then they gave it to Pokemon that didn't need it at all, like Pokemon that were already broken.
Yeah.
And because it was a gimmick for that generation, it's never coming back. And now, because of that, the Pokemon that needed evolutions are never going to get an evolution because they already have a Mega. So they just put themselves into a corner. And it's a corner they could write themselves out of, but they just will never do that.
Mm-hmm. Blanking on the materials
I think my neighbor's Wi-Fi interfering with my controller, because I've turned off all wireless signals in my house and tested my controller, and it still happens. So it's got to be my neighbor's Wi-Fi. And my neighbors, they're not like big internet people or gamers or streamers. I know my neighbors.
That's weird. I haven't actually. Wait a minute. Ow.
Oh, that's driving me.
I used the. Fine. So you're thinking like, why am I? Where's my material I use? I pulled these resources that I didn't intend to. This carbo. Use that one. Yep. Let's not do that again. Let's close that. Start manufacturing. Okay. Oh man, there's only.
So did you ever finish making those parts you needed?
Or
you needed some of them, but you ended up selling like 4,000 of them.
Oh yeah, I got a factory run of it in my inventory right now, so I'm making more of them again.
Pyramid right there.
I'm gonna make another 3 more. I'll have 4 to put up, and fingers crossed those will sell. These my factories are. Glad I got on. If I had waited another day to get on here, my factories would hurting. They had like 4 hours of maintenance left in them.
That's Good, you got it.
Grabbing those
Yeah,
resources again.
this interference thing is driving me insane. Sometimes it's fine. It'll be fine like all day, and then it'll just be like for Minecraft, it's for some reason registering inputs on my controller as if I'm walking forward. So I'm not actually walking forward, it's counting it as like a tap. And so like if I try to run, my character like run stops because Minecraft run by double tapping forward, and there's no option to turn that off. If I could just turn it off, I wouldn't have this problem.
That's weird that their stuff is messing with your controller though.
Yeah, I thought it was the controller at first, and I googled it, and apparently it happens to a lot of people.
Weird. Because I've never had, I don't know, I've never had that happen with controllers anywhere.
Same. I've been using PlayStation 4 controllers for years, and they were my favorite controllers. Started being wonky.
I'm still not sure if I like the PS5 controller better than the 4 or not.
Still getting used to
it. There's aspects to it I like better, as far as like it's heavier, and so as an adult it feels more solid. Which to me puts more weight on it, how I'm going to treat the controller, whether I'm going to, not going to slam it down, but whether I'm going to pop it down on a table or whatever. But it just also feels more solid as built, which I guess also too makes it feel more expensive. But it I don't know, there's things about the PS4 and the PS3 controllers that felt like it wouldn't take much to mess them up.
Yeah.
But this one feels like it, I don't know, could take more abuse, which means it could potentially last longer.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? It could just be how it feels. It could just be how the exterior product, the exterior casing could just feel that way. But but I don't know. There's things about I like it. When I pick up the PS4, it I don't know. I don't feel like I'm switching. I was worried. I was worried that it would feel a little too different. I don't know. What am I?
A controller I didn't really like was the Xbox 360. I don't like the analog sticks being where they're at.
That's honestly one of the big reasons I didn't go with Xbox.
All of my friends love it that way. I'm like, nah, PlayStation 4's got it right.
I don't get it.
My friends are like, yeah, but when you play, your thumbs touch. And I'm like, if you're playing any game, you're moving right and you're looking left, and you have these really big freaking thumbs.
I don't think my thumbs have ever touched together when I've been playing a game.
Same. I have to like point them at each other and then push all the way.
And I think that's different. I don't know. Because for me, like when I'm playing, I play like this. Is on the ball.
Yeah, same.
I'm wondering if people are playing it like this, where their like knuckle is on the ball. But...
yeah, that's what they're probably doing. I always played with it with my thumb on that too.
I think I have more control that way. Who knows? I also don't get sweaty palms when I play. There's a lot of people that their controllers are always nasty feeling.
See, I'm always taking care of my stuff. People are always like, wow, your PSP is so clean and nice. It's really old. I'm like, yeah, I put a screen protector on it, and I don't throw it around or let people borrow it. I also wash my hands before I play it.
Yeah, I've pretty much always, like, but when I bought any kind of device in recent years, if it has a screen that, I don't want to say if it has a screen, but things have a screen, but like portable things that have screens, I've pretty much always, either when I bought the item or immediately after it, I bought a screen protector for it.
Yeah. That's one thing I've also learned, is never let anybody borrow your stuff. People don't treat your stuff.
I felt bad for my nephew because I had to do this to him one time. That he was little, but he was old enough to have asked me to borrow a game, and so I let him borrow the game. And I told him, I said, before he borrowed it, I said, listen, if this doesn't come back to me in the way that I gave it to you, you're not borrowing anything again. And he was like, yeah. I was like, you understand that, right? And he was like, yeah, no, I got it. I was like, okay. And I mean, he had it for a few months, which I was fine. It was a Wii game. I wasn't playing it all anymore. And one time I asked him, I was like, do you have that game still? And he was like, oh yeah. I was like, are you playing it? And he was like, no, not anymore. I was like, well, can I get it back? And so then he gave it. He goes, so he hands me the disc. I'm like,
scratched up.
No, not really. I said, where's the case? He goes, oh, our dog peed on it and chewed it up. I was like,
at least the game wasn't ruined, but like, yeah, I would hate that too if my case got ruined. I like to keep my cases.
I was just like, I told you you're supposed to bring that back to me, right? He's like, yeah. So even after, I mean, this was like 2 years later, he was like, can I borrow this thing? I was like, you remember I'm not letting you borrow anything, right? I feel bad, but I was just like, I told you, dude. Because it's not even better. He has 2 little brothers now too.
Yeah. One of my buddies, I let them borrow a game, and I never got it back from them. And they're a bunch of potheads, and they're super forgetful anyway. But like, I remember I was like, hey, can I get my Smash Bros back? And they're like, we have your Smash Bros? I'm like, yeah, it's at your house. You had a Smash Bros tournament. They were like, that was your Smash Bros. And I'm like, yeah, can I get it back? They never gave it back to me, but I did end up getting Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness from them, which I'm total fair trade. Not a big fan of Melee, and I love XD Gale of Darkness, so.
Yeah, I didn't care for the original Smash games. I didn't care for them so much. I'm still not a huge fan of the current one, but I like it a lot better than the original ones.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, there's some people that are like OG, like they want the original game, and I'm like, it's okay.
With Smash, so like, the reasons why Smash players don't like other games is because there are certain things you can do in Smash that you can't do in other games.
Like in other Smash games, or just other games in general?
Other Smash. So it's like certain aspects that are in Smash, Smash Bros. Melee that are not in like Brawl, for example. So like, everybody hates Brawl because in Brawl there's this random thing that will make you trip just randomly. And
yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, sorry.
It's fine. We got 3 people or 2 people other than you.
A Drowned came up and threw a Triton at me when I wasn't looking.
Oh, sorry, I meant to get on Minecraft the other day, even though I was the one that asked you to get on there, and I totally just got busy.
Totally fine. I've been having a bad couple of days, so it's okay. Last night I was super cranky. Things are not going well. I was getting mad. All my friends play hardcore Minecraft, you can starve in hardcore Minecraft, and I haven't played hardcore since 2012
Yeah.
or 13, whenever it came out.
I think I've popped on hardcore once or twice and was just like, I don't know. I mean, if I do, and I've thought about doing one, like, I thought about starting a stream with it one time and just being like, I'm gonna play this in this world until I'm gone, and when I do, this world's deleted, you know, like it is what it is. And which, do you watch any of the achievement hunters?
Oh, you mean like, ooh, I got a Triton. I've never got a Triton before.
I've never.
Sorry.
Oh no, I've never done that either. As far as actually like legitimately got one from loot.
Yeah, it's like a 1 in 300 chance or something. That's like the first one I just killed in this game.
That's crazy.
And I'm playing on hard, and it's almost nighttime, and we'll go back home.
Let me see.
But yeah, I like achievement hunters. I don't like Michael. Michael rubs me the wrong way. All the other ones are cool.
I like Michael with certain people. Like, I like him with Gavin. I think the two of them together is funny. But Michael by himself in videos, I still like him, but he's not near as good to me.
Yeah. For me, it was I don't like drunks. And there was this episode where, like, a live stream where Michael got drunk and started yelling at Gavin.
Yeah.
And ever since then, just always reminds me of that. I do not like drunks at all. So it was a one-time thing, but it still bothers me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, there's one time where I actually thought it was really funny though, but because he was tipsy on, it was a RTX event, and I guess they had given him too much something before their like entire achievement hunter panel. And so he was in a kooky mood because he was tipsy, and it was only funny to me because he was cracking up everybody else around him because they were just dying around him. So I was laughing more at their reactions to him than anything. But because there were people that were like they would like come up and like give him a shot, and everyone else was like, no, like don't do it.
Yeah.
But they no, I was saying though, I've been watching their Minecraft series since they started it, and I like you dead series they do, where it's like a group of them do a hardcore, and they'll do about once a year, and it's not scripted, but they'll get to a point where there's only a few of them left, and you can tell they'll kind of do something to set up towards an ending, but it's not necessarily like the ending's planned. It's just the direction towards that ending is. And
yeah, like, let's finish this up already.
Yeah, and because it gets to the point where there's only one or two people left, it's not nearly as entertaining with that group. And
yeah,
but I do love that they came up with an alternative to sort of bring their people back to life, because they have that whole Tower of Pimps thing. So they decided that if they build a Tower of Pimps in the game, that they can bring back one of their dead people. And which I think is great, because I'm like, gold is not super common. It's fairly common, but you can still go mining quite a while and not find any gold.
They added a new thing with piglins, or whatever they're called. Hobgoblins? I can't remember. The
piglins, I think.
Pigmen. You can farm them for gold now. But, you have to either build, like, a mega farm.
Yeah.
Or you have to, like, go out and hunt them, which is very dangerous. So.
Okay.
But continue.
No, it's fine. But no, I like their You Dead series lately. And I like it when they do modded stuff, because like when they've done Sky Factory, and they're currently doing what is it? Something block. It's like stone block, I think, where it's like Sky Factory, but instead of in the sky with nothing, They're literally in a place that's, you start off in a hole ground, and everything above you and below you and around you is nothing but stone. There's no ore.
Oh, I love that one. I know that one. Yeah.
There's no ore, and it's just stone.
Yeah, you have to you
But
have to start with
have you?
making dirt and stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
But the funny thing is, though, when you start multiplayer in that game, you each start in your own space, and they're each
Yeah, to find each
1,000
other.
blocks away from each other. So they're having. So a big part of the first few episodes was them having to eventually dig to each other so they could all work in the same spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching them for years, and I hate what happened with Ryan, though.
What happened with Ryan?
He turned out.
Which one's Ryan?
The one they always kept calling a murderer because he would kill people in games, and they call him creepy a few times.
I'd have to see a picture of him. I'm not good with faces.
He's fairly average. He was not really super tall, and he was kind of blonde. He was one of the few early ones who was a dad.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Anyways, they found out he'd been, for the last few years, he'd been using his celebrity with some of the girl fans, and been doing some stuff he shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah.
It came out pretty huge towards the end of the summer, early fall, and it was really big. It was for the first time ever. Rooster Teeth, actually, they basically said, we're shutting down production for a week to allow people to cope and deal with this like huge betrayal of one of their people, and also too for them as a company to decide how they're going to handle moving forward, because they didn't say anything for a few days when it started coming out, and people were starting to get annoyed by it. But I was like, I understand, there is a company trying to decide what's the next step forward from this.
Yeah, and you can't just you got to review everything. You can't just go off of one thing. You have to take everything.
Yeah. It only got really bad because it was like one person posted something, then a second, then a third, then a fourth. Like, it kept going. And it wasn't like people were just saying things. It was like, no, here's screenshots of our messages. Like they actually had evidence.
Mm-hmm.
But I got, on a happy note, I can get my Sarlacc pick. Alright, so I can sift this Sarlacc box. Let's, fingers crossed, it's not junk.
As soon as you said Sonic pick, I thought you got a fan pick, like an artist to draw you a Sonic character or something.
I got the strange Sith holocron.
Is that the one you wanted?
Yeah, I think so. Oh no, dang it. I already got it. Why is it?
Can you trade in that game?
Oh yeah.
Maybe someone will want to trade it if that's a really rare one.
Is this is what I've got. Dang it. Raised my arms and everything. I was excited, and I realized, no, I can't use it. 4 of 5, not 3 of 5. So I got excited because I saw it said Strange Sith, and I was like, that's the one I need, but no, it's 3. Dang it. Yeah, I fed them all the same holocron. I'm hoping that didn't mean that's what you get back. Well, I'm gonna feed this holocron back to the same thing. Alright. That was a bummer. I hope that was just the factory. Hope I gotta pay my maintenance on my big old home. Wait, what is my 18,000 credits is for 30 days. Let's pay 100,000. It's it's actually kind of pointless to pay maintenance with your houses, because as long as your character has money, it actually auto pulls from your character. But I kind of don't like it to do that, because then it sends you email. Or it sends your character an email every time it pulls from that, but it will only pull like 1,000 credits at a time, which, depending on the house you have, might last you a week. It might last you 2 days.
You'll just get email spam.
Pretty much, especially if there's a character you did that to, and you don't log, like, well, a couple of my characters, I don't log on to them very much. Like this He-Man character, I don't log on to him much, except for I'm doing this. But but I just always got in the habit. I like to go ahead and pay pretty far in advance on the maintenance. Just the downside, if you pay, if you paid 1,000,000 credits in your maintenance, that 1,000,000 credits is stuck to that house. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't pull it out. The only one like that is a guild hall. And that's because you have to have a guild hall to start a guild, and if you do that, everyone in the guild can potentially donate to the guild hall. And when you because you can do that, it also allows you to pull donations out. I also learned something kind of crummy back in the day. There was a player city that I was a part of when I was playing, and slowly I noticed the guild and the people were just not signing on. And next thing I knew, it had been like 2 or 3 months where I hadn't seen the guild leader on at all. I hadn't seen anyone in my guild, period. And I kept going back to my city where my shop was, and I was never seeing anybody there, like as far as like people who lived there. And it just kind of hit me. I thought, did everybody leave? Like, am I like one of the only people in this city, in this guild, like around, like actually actively logging on? So as a test, I ran as the city's mayor one time, because you can do that monthly. And when you do it, you just enter your name and people can vote. I ran, voted for myself, and nobody ran against me, which meant nobody was playing, because it sends the guilds and the city emails. Oh dang, I think the name. Yep, another hawk ride I don't need, darn it. Back to waiting a month. So I ran and I became mayor, and I was like, okay, cool, because there's really like no responsibilities with it. You don't have to do anything. And I decided to so I went through it and was like, well, is there anything here that's just sitting here that's like valuable? So I took a few things and nothing happened, and I waited a couple months and still never saw anybody. And I was just like, I think this.
Guess it's mine now.
Yeah, I was like, I think this is all gone. So I like took the things out I wanted, sold several of them, and I was looking in the what was it, the treasury. They had like 5,000,000 credits in there, which for a city and for the maintenance for things like that it's pretty absurdly high, because it doesn't cost much. And so I started pulling the money out, but you have a limit. You can only pull 50,000 credits a day. So I made it a part of my daily routine. Was I log on, go to the city, pull my 50,000 out. I think by the time it was over, I think I had pulled out like over 500,000 of the treasury. And then, because the
I
reason
promise, as mayor of this city, I will fix corruption. And by fix corruption, I mean fix it to my pockets.
I always felt bad because the one day I guess the guild leader, the previous mayor logged on, and he was like, he sent me a message. He was like, "What the f, man?"
What
like,
the F? They're like, dude, no one's been on in months. I thought you were all dead.
I know. I thought I said like no one's around. He's like, I haven't been able to play, and I'm like, what? Like, not to say like I'm totally excusing what I did, but I'm like, I don't know. What did you want to happen? Like, you weren't here. Anybody who's in the city could have ran against you and could have done what I did.
Yeah.
I think he got.
I mean, like, if no one's using it, what's wrong with someone taking it and using it?
I know. I think he got mad mostly because there were some, of all things, there were some chairs that I took and I sold, and the chairs I took apparently were like a rare item. But I'm like, they're chairs. Like, all you can literally do with them in the game is when more than one person's in the game and they come there, you can sit in them. Like, how often do you actually go and sit in a chair in this game? Like, I don't ever do that.
Yeah.
And I say rare. It wasn't like they were like a rare drop. It took forever to get them. Like, it was just rares, and it took a special currency to go get them. It wasn't like he couldn't get them again.
I got you.
But it was just like, because I really could have, I think I could have, like, I could have even like pulled up several of the city structures. Like, I could have pulled up the cloning facility structure, the garage structure, the shuttle.
Taking all the buildings.
Yeah, I could have pulled up everything. I mean, I could have destroyed the city. I really wouldn't be evil, but I didn't. I kept the city intact. I was just like, I mean, this is stuff that nobody's using. Everybody's not in the game. I just left. What? I got a meditation Sith 1 of 5. Let's go check out what that is. Or I'm gonna drop it off at my person first. But yeah, I've got that capture card I bought. I've got a my PS4 hooked up to it.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is, it just uses the power cord and the HDMI, and I'm like, well, if I ever really wanted to, I could unplug the PS5 and just swap them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't intend on keeping the PS5 at the computer, but let's go back to the city. Where is my... Go do some space today.
Space. The final frontier.
The really weird thing about the PS5, so I set it up like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I went through it and I like told it to download like pretty much every PS game that I had. And it has struggled occasionally with internet connection, and it will it would like sit there and tell me, because I told it, like, download these 90 things, and it came back one time and was like, oh, 89 of these can't download. Like, it was like it lost the internet connection, so it just stopped. And I would just periodically go back in and be like, okay, download this one title. Then later on I go, download these 2 titles. I was just kind of giving it little things to do, periodically do it. And then, but I've largely ignored it lately. And it's funny, like last night, apparently I decided to randomly in rest mode download 5 games. So I get a notification on my phone, like it's like bring. It's like, oh, this game you can play now, this game you can play now, and this game you can play. Like just now, it did the same thing. It's like these 3 games are available to play.
I don't think the hard drive space on because you know how there's the like wireless or not wireless, discless,
yeah,
PlayStation 5. There's the digital only. There's not enough space on that for like the amount of games people buy.
Well, the thing is, the disk space is the same on the storage is the same on both, I think.
Yeah, but you can just pop your CD in it, right? Or do they have it so you have to download the game too?
Yeah, but they've actually said it doesn't matter anymore. Like when you download the disc, you pretty much are downloading the entire game to the hard drive. Because it used to be a disc version saved you at least like a quarter of the space of the game, but now it doesn't do that anymore. Like your disc is literally to allow you to play the game. Which
so dumb.
It is dumb, but at the same time I understand because it makes it more to where digital, there's not much. It's the trade-off of, well, it's not going to save you any space, and it's also you're physically going to have this disc to play the game. So PlayStation wants you to buy digital because it's less product they have to produce. So it's easier for them to put digital out. So for them, they don't want to make the disc version a better reason they buy it. I mean, honestly, I was gonna kind of say this generation, I was surprised they even did a disc version, but I kind of feel like next generation, I'll be shocked if there's a disc version. I don't know. It's gonna be. I feel like if there's a disc version next generation, it's strictly gonna be because people watch movies. Like I don't think it's gonna be. It's gonna have nothing to do with video games. And they might even do that at one point. They may say, like, one generation, they might like, we're not producing disc games anymore.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Which sucks because I really like buying boxes and stuff for my game, having them.
I like it too, but I am slowly coming over to the digital side because so many of my games I can just change the game without having to get up. Don't have to go find the case and put the disc in. Don't have to worry about my kids.
I'm not against digital. I just prefer physical.
Yeah. I also don't have to worry about my kids touching the discs.
I don't have kids, so.
There's been so many times where my kid's like, the thing's not working. And I'm like, did you put the disc in? He's like, yeah. I go and pop it out. I'm like, see these smudges? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you need to clean up. He's like, sorry. I'm like, that's not. I was like, I'm not blaming you. I'm just telling you, like, you need to keep the disc clean.
Oh no. Oh no. Enemies are already spawning and it's nighttime.
Oh man.
Okay. I don't like playing on hard.
Take you a bed with you.
I don't like friends. What was that?
Carry a bed with you.
Yeah, I need to.
That's something I had to learn. Because or when I was by myself, I would literally just, as night was coming, I would dig me a hole in the side of a mountain and like put a block at my face level, but leave the block at the ground level open, because then nothing could really see me, but I could still see outside a little bit. Or I'd carry a door with me. I changed plot effects. Remember how to do this. I'm looking up. I was doing two different things. Okay, first let's look up this holocron. Cinder, all. Spell. 1 of 5. I bet what I've got is not one of the rare ones. No, it's one of the dirt cheap ones. That's the wait. The one I had was the meditative one, right?
I am not.
Yeah, I didn't.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I didn't think you'd. I was like, then chance he remembers. Let me ask. Like, if I don't remember, he don't remember. I've got to go redo my pilot because I made him privateer and I actually don't want him to be a privateer.
Oh, you can actually go like hunt people's resources down.
No, like, no, it's a privateer. So like, you can go Imperial, Rebel, or Private, which means you're not affiliated
with either.
Hey, SWG Marks in chat.
Star Wars Galaxies Mark.
Okay, it is the meditative crystal. Go ahead and put that up.
You're the only streamer. That means you're the top Star Wars Galaxy streamer. No, one of the villagers turned into a zombie.
Yay. Yeah, there's another big streamer for, what is it? I Am Everyman, who does SWG, and he does SWG Emu. He streams like almost every morning. That's the tools. What I want you. There's nothing against SWG Emu. I like it. Just my own personal preference. I like NG a little better. Alright. Oh, Mark says he streams as well.
I'm doing hardcore in the desert, so I'm just trying to get dirt.
But
There's
Mark,
no dirt. It's only sand.
I'm gonna go follow Mark. Fingers crossed Mark would like to follow me.
Mark?
Yeah, he said he does. Oh, look at that. He's got 17 followers, about the same as me.
Oh, you guys have 17. I used to have 200, but now I think I only have 197.
It's funny. It's like my other it's my other YouTube channel. It's my YouTube channel that I've had for years, but I don't. What the guy with it? But I don't post anything to it anymore. And it was the original video that I was posting my Star Wars Galaxies tutorials on, and that channel, I have not uploaded anything. Well, recently I uploaded one thing, but before this recent thing, I hadn't uploaded anything to it like in 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
It kept getting subscribers. Like, it's at like 219 at this point, and I haven't done anything to try and gain subscribers on that channel.
That's weird. People just like Star Wars Galaxies, I guess.
They do. Mark, I am talking to Mint. He's also in chat, but he's been watching for a long time, and so he's on my Discord.
Yeah, hi there, Mark. I'm his secret invisible twin that died long, long ago, and I just talked to him mentally, and you just happen to be hearing me right now.
Alright.
That's a joke.
No, it wasn't. Oh wait, I did the wrong thing. Yeah, I did my tools. There you go. Oh wait, did I put that in my tools? I may have done that. No, I didn't. Good.
one of the best ways to grow on Twitch, unfortunately, is just finding a game and playing that only playing that game, because you'll start building up the base and that community, and once they start liking you for more than that game, you can start streaming other games.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've decided I'm doing with Star Wars Galaxies, because it's been one of the most consistent. It's got one of the most consistent views for me as far as what I've streamed and what I've recorded.
My fan base. Go ahead.
Plus it helps that I've got tutorials on there, so people come for me for the stream. They also come because they want to learn how to play.
Yeah. If I got no signal where I am. My fan base is broken up between Fallout, Dark Souls, and Pokemon. So I don't get a lot of people watching me.
My YouTube channel, I've got Kingdom Hearts, which I've recorded everything for the Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, but when I did it, I didn't have audio captured, so I've gone back and re-recorded audio for the first game, but I haven't finished that yet, and I need to go back and edit the videos for the Chain of Memories. Those don't get a lot of views, but I'm like, whatever, I did them, so I'm gonna record them. I'm gonna upload them. But I've also got one I've currently been trying to work on is Darksiders. I've platinumed the first game, second game, and the third one, but the first game I played back on the PS3. So what I've been playing is I've been redoing the first game on the War Master Edition, which is the PS4 version, and I guess they improved some things. And but I kind of said purposely on this run, so that was going to go after the Platinum Trophy again and for the video. So what I've been doing is I started the game off on the hardest difficulty. It's kind of challenging.
I can imagine so. I don't know, I'm weird. I don't usually like playing on the hard difficulties, but I like setting up hard rules for me.
Yeah, I don't normally play on the hard difficulties just because I'm like, I'd like to have fun the first time through and get through it.
Yeah, I have that similar mentality.
I think Mark may have left. I think his signal is having problems. Yeah, I probably was the top Star Wars Galaxy streamer for a minute. I had 4 people watching.
I used to be the top Fallout streamer for Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, that's cool.
I'd always have the most people watching. Not anymore, but I used to. I had 40-something people watching me as I was decorating my house in Fallout. Apparently that excited people. When I did that, I was like, oh, people are gonna leave because I'm trying to meticulously balance this one item in Fallout. And no one's gonna like that. And everybody's like, why are you spending so much time organizing your house? And I'm like, because I want it to look nice. And they all loved it. They thought it was fun and funny, and I was just everybody was enjoying it for some reason. They're like, you can put the egg anywhere, and I'm like, no, I can't. It has to go in the chair because that's our egg buddy. I don't know. I was also role-playing a robot that likes cereal, so I was collecting cereal.
There you go. Oh, I gotta put my electronic memory modules. I totally forgot. Components. What do... Go for 350,000. See if that sells. Those other ones haven't sold, but doesn't necessarily mean anything. It just means that no one's looked for them.
Now is not the time for you to stop running character.
Okay. Let's go get my... Okay. I need to... Wait, I already did him. What ships do I got? My basic ship. Feed the ship. Cannot do to start it. So let's destroy the ship. Abort that mission.
Zombie started chasing me and the Iron Golem just chucked him across the map.
My oh, I finally got a message from the guy who was running that. Or I told you about that. The guy who was running that Minecraft server. I'm hoping he follow me. Oh hey, Mark follow me. I'm hoping he decides to like fix it up or something, because he said something about his computer was messed up, so I don't know if he was running it from his own machine. What? Stupid Imperial agent. Alright. I think I need to wait. Oh. Okay, let's try it. I think I have to go back to thankfully lately my stream quality has, I think, been better as far as like video, because I had a little while there where a few streams in a row while I was streaming, it's like it lost connection briefly and kept breaking the stream up in different videos. Safety deposit. There we go. Yeah, are you watching the stream, man?
Yeah, I'm watching.
So you see like all the people?
Says you have one viewer for me.
No. Sorry, I mean the people in the Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Because you asked before where you go where people are. Like, so anyone with a purple name is my same faction. And everybody with blue name is just either the opposite faction or they're no faction. But yeah, this is basically, if you see the map in the top right corner, like all those blue dots and all the purple dots, those are people.
Have you ever played a game called PlanetSide 2?
I've heard of it.
So, in PlanetSide, it's just a game that is like... I'm sorry, my house is off in shape, and I know it looks weird, but I know what's going on. No, I don't. I'm insane. No, I know what's going on. Okay. So, in PlanetSide 2, the default colors for enemies and stuff is like you have your color, then you have like an enemy color, and then friendlies are people who are friendly to you, but not in like your squad, are blue. And everybody calls them blueberries, and everybody hates blueberries because they're random people. They're not on your side. So it's like, guys, we're gonna go take this base, and like, say you're doing like a certain plan, and then the random blueberry on your team ends up messing up that plan, and then it's like, dang it, blueberry. Just the color, you were saying they were purple and not on your, or either independent or not on your faction, maybe that.
Weird interaction. Your recruiter. Where is the... I can't remember where he is. I didn't keep his email either, did I? Did not.
One of the other players.
No, there's an email when you usually when you first start the game, you get an email from the system telling you where all the ship recruiters are.
Ah.
I thought I kept it, but I guess I didn't. I think I have to go back to my current recruiter to basically leave. Then I have to go find the other Imperial recruiter. Hey, Midnight Wolf.
Oh, his color was blue. I'm Midnight Wolf. He has the same color as the last guy that joined.
Oh, is it
They
blue?
like Star Wars Galaxies.
You know what's funny? I get... Yeah, you can ask me something, Midnight. That's what chat's for. How are you downloading it? Are you downloading it from... Was it Steam?
It's on Steam now?
It is and it isn't. So you can get it from Steam, but I haven't done it, so I'm not even sure. Basically, it's like Steam has it there, but I think it's just like a download for somebody. Like you can't buy it.
Actually.
But it's because the way I did. I still have my original CDs from when it launched, and so I've just been using those CDs to do the installation when I need to. Which amazingly it still works. Which goes back to our previous conversation of keeping your stuff in good shape.
Yeah.
But did I find? Oh, I need it. Right, okay. But there's people who have basically put the files out there where you can download them. I'm not sure if it's like downloading the digital
Been
disc.
using a Dropbox.
Yeah, he says a Dropbox. So I'm not sure what. You still there, Midnight? Like, I guess, where are you downloading it from? Because you can still buy discs from people online. Oh, EB Games in Canada has PS5s on sale.
you Canadian?
I'm not. I just get notifications for PS5 sales. I haven't turned them off yet.
I also buy worldwide to get some stuff. There was a shop up in Virginia, and they are an import store. So I go to them occasionally. And I do not live in Virginia. It's also another import store in Tennessee that I used to go to. Do not live in Tennessee.
Thing. I don't think. No. They drop.
So what is the issue specifically that you're having with the installation?
Yeah, I'm curious if it's he can't get the Dropbox link to work, or if it's just not downloading, or did you start the installation and it's just not doing anything? Like where's the hang up? I was gonna say earlier, funny to me how many people that I run into in game and tell me this, or people who also pop in the stream and say like they've never played this game or they want to play the game. Like it's just funny to me. Like, it's an old game. Like, well, I'm surprised how much interest there's. So you downloaded it and it won't work? What does that mean? Like what did you download? Was it a disk file? An exe file? Like what is it? And also where did you download it from? Like is there a website?
What kind of computer system are you running?
That too.
Windows 10, Windows 8, Vista. Sometimes you have to run things in compatibility mode. And we need more information besides it won't work. It's like my car, it won't work. Okay, what do you think it is? Is it the engine?
Yeah.
Is it the battery?
I mean, fortunately, he should be okay with it because, you know, I think originally when I played this game, I think I was still running Windows XP. Like it's unlikely that it's his operating system unless he's on a Mac like me.
Hey, Adam told you. Is he a YouTuber or a streamer? I don't know, Adam.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know him either. Where is my... Don't know where my trainer is.
This stuff can be frustrating, but you just need to take your time with it. You'll get through it. And if you can give us more specifics, you might be able to help.
Maybe he means, hey, Adam, maybe he asked somebody else and they now told him what to do. Oh no. Okay, that's not what I need. Wait, is this guy that... There we go. Maybe this is the guy I need. I'll add these controllers. But
Everyone hates Birchwood Minecraft. I don't know why.
I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite.
Birchwood, and everybody also hates Diorite, and I like Diorite.
I like Diorite too. That's the more white one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Not marble. It's the one that's got like white with like gray in it.
Yeah, I like Diorite. I like to build with Diorite and andesite, but I don't like granite. If I build with granite, it's strictly...
Granite's the red one.
Yeah, if I build with it, it's strictly to add in some different designs and like just to make some patterns and stuff. Because you can only do so much if you're making a design with two colors.
Yeah. I used red for the granite when I made the red fort, which is a fort in India that is made out of red sandstone. It's an old fort.
I do not know what to do. Oh wait, here we go. For some reason he decided to talk to me now. Wait a minute, why is he... Okay, maybe I actually need to go find the Imperial Trainer. Not what this thing told me to do, but... Yeah, even the wiki, when I look up the pilot stuff, it was like it's saying starting out, and each, so even if you pick like I'm gonna be picking Imperial for this guy, there's 3 different Lazy Alpha Gaming. I didn't stream yesterday. You a bot, Alpha Gaming? Could be. Oh, the other day. Okay. That makes more sense.
Bot, he'd say, "Hey man, I love your stream. You want to get famous? Go to this."
Well,
5 viewers today.
I asked that because I've had bots pop in my stream before and trying to advertise stuff, so I've caught them quickly and deleted their messages, and but yeah, no, the so like the Imperial, you can join the Inquisition group, Storm Squadron group, or Black Epsilon. And the problem I had when I first joined the game, I was just like, oh hey, Storm Squadron sounds cool, so I joined them. Turns out they're the hardest team of all the piloting professions to level up because of a couple missions that you have. They're escort missions in space, and you pretty much have to have like 3 or 4 pilots. They have to be good, like people pilots to help you out, and they have to be good pilots.
Yeah.
So like that was the problem I had. Was even when I had like 3 or 4 people to help me, we'd still fail because the escort ship would get blown up. So this time around, I'm purposely not picking them because I don't think there's a bonus to doing them other than you might get a different ship certification, which doesn't really matter that much. I'm changing that music, that's annoying. Where am I going? Go. Just want to change my piloting. I don't even care about doing much space right now.
If you start with the hardest thing, every part of your Ace's journey after will be a cake. It's true. So you play Star Wars Galaxies? Lazy Alpha Gaming?
Give me another ship. The main problem is right now is like there's not near as many people playing as there once was, so finding people to help you with missions is even more difficult. I don't even really care if my pilot's like amazing. I just want to get him ranked up so I can get a few of the rewards, and there's like 2 specific places I want to find some loot in space. That's about it. It seems dumb, but there's a helmet that you can loot from these pilots in space that you kill, and the helmet does nothing for you. It's completely cosmetic, but it's such a rare loot drop that everybody wants it.
Yeah.
That's why I joined them. It's okay. That also makes sense. I used to live in Bestine. That's why I joined Storm Squadron, because they're located in Bestine.
They're nearby.
Let's go to Talos.
My buddy, he was playing a lot of Star Wars, the new Star Wars EA ship game. I can't remember the name of it. The entire time I would bug him about joining, because you play as the Rebels and the Empire, but
yeah,
the good guys are the Rebels. But I would always give him crud and just act like the Rebels were the bad guys. And he's like, they're not the bad guys, man. And I'm like, yeah, they are. They're terrorists. They're blowing up installation and killing hardworking servicemen and women. They're trying to bring chaos and destabilize this peaceful government. There's a whole bunch of posts and other things you can find online of people talking about how the rebels are the bad guys and the Empire is the good guys. It's great.
It's all perspective. Because because if you play, what is it called? The Old Republic.
Mm-hmm.
If you play that MMO, they do a really good job at the missions you take. You can play as an Imperial. You're doing some things that are considered negative, but it's all because it's military based. And so from the military standpoint, it's no, you're doing what's just for them and what's right, but for the individual, it's not right. So you can play as an Imperial doing those things, and your character can still exhibit compassion towards those people. You can still kind of go light side, but you can be on the Imperial.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Sense. You can be on the rebel side, but you can not show compassion, and you can be, mean.
So, Kashyyyk, that's one of the hardest planets, right? The guy's working on Ace right now. Alpha Gaming is.
No, it's not one of the hard ones. I mean, it's not. I think every space system basically has zones that has harder things in them, but I think the starter planet space systems have easier things there because they're starter planets. But Kashyyyk probably has, I don't know, it might be harder. Can't remember. I remember there's nothing really in space unless you're doing a big space battle. There's nothing really in space that's impossible. Because it's just a matter individual ships pretty much. I used to just take care of that little stuff all the time. What? Okay. Close it out. -21 225. Like talking about. Are you talking about the Corvette mission when you fly to the ship, load in, then you fight by hand? Because that mission, yeah, that's hard because that's not. I guess it's a space mission, but it's not just space. Like you have to fly to it, and then you land, load your ship in. Yeah. It was tough, but honestly, at the point when I was playing the game, it was one of those missions I used to frequently go and help out people, and we pretty much just ran through it. It wasn't. We had our moments where it was tough, but not. It wasn't like we didn't die constantly.
Wasn't keyboard smash.
Yeah. It's also one of those, like, there's a lot of missions like this in Star Wars Galaxies where you go on these missions and you kind of go in them blind. You might know you're supposed to do a certain thing, but you don't always know if that thing is, like, say if it's like you need to activate the reactor, I don't know, whatever it is. You don't always know if to do that is to kill someone, loot it, and push a button, go up to a terminal and activate it, or just simply loot an item, or just simply kill the person. You don't always know exactly what the exact action is that needs to go down until you get into it. And so unless you have experience with that quest, a lot of the missions out there are they don't fill you in. Because unlike WoW, most of the missions will tell you, like, straight up, it's you've got to loot this, or you need to kill some of these, or you need to use this item on this character. Like, they're very specific. I'm on Talus, right? I'm such a blank right now. -2183 59. There he is. I was like, alright, let's see if this guy will let me leave. Come on. Delete that. He won't talk to me. Okay. This is frustrating. How to resolve pilot faction. Pilot. Oh, getting started. To resign. Jeez, I was just on. Okay. Might as well go back to Tatooine, where I gotta go now. Really? All this started in 15. Wait.
Can you build houses on any planet, or only certain ones?
Only certain ones, but you can do most of them.
I feel like you wouldn't be able to build a house far.
No, Mustafar you can't.
Can you build factories on Mustafar?
No, you can't build anything.
Mustafar
and Kashyyyk you can't.
Because
I'm gonna be right back though.
Go ahead. Okay. So, Lazy Alpha Gaming, how are you today? How goes whatever you're doing? Good grinding space EXP from next mission. Goes well. Chillin', man, how are you? I'm doing okay, I guess. Got some interference on the controller. Other than that, doing okay. Controller for space, or you play the controller in general? Oh no, my controller, I'm having issues with a PlayStation 4 controller on the PlayStation 4. Apparently the Bluetooth connection on it is kind of wonky. You can get interference, and it's just driving me insane. Happens for using it on PC or PlayStation 4. I'm not playing Star Wars Galaxies right now. I'm going back to Minecraft. Feels like Minecraft, right? I've seen it. I think I missed the wagon to like it, though. Craft really popular with small children when I was in high school. It's the go-to game for them. Yeah. Like, the interference is just really odd because it's like... It just gets like random like delays or inputs. So like I'll just be playing and my character's like, hey, you wanna walk forward? And I'm like, hey, let's not walk forward right now. We're gonna walk forward off the cliff. I'm like, let's not. Yeah, originally I wasn't going to get this generation's consoles. I'm like, I don't need it. And then PlayStation 5 was looking really nice. Still on the fence about it. Welcome back.
Hey. May have to go again soon, but we'll see. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something I completely forgot.
You can try going through the alphabet and thinking of words that start with that letter. It helps jog your memory.
If y'all want to buy my PS5, I have an extra one.
The digital.
Yeah. I still haven't listed for sale. I need to. Part of my problem is I actually do need, if I list it like on eBay, I do need to scalp it a little bit because eBay is going to take 12%.
That's gross.
So like I would have to scalp a little bit just to make up the difference from what I would lose because I paid retail.
Yeah. Not while it's getting scalper attention. I can't stand scalpers, or as the word some of them like to call themselves, flippers.
I would call them gougers.
Yeah, I've called them gougers too, and everybody's like, it's not called gougers, man, it's called scalpers. And I'm like, no, people say gouger. It's a no one. I'm so glad you call them gougers because no one believes me that gougers is a thing.
I mean, I don't think it's as common as what people call them, but okay, where is this? -1174.
But yeah, like, there were these guys talking about it. And they're like, no, I'm doing people a service. I'm going out and getting that hard to find product and delivering it to them. Like, no, you're not. You're not doing anybody a service by charging like double the price of an item. You're just going out and making sure no one else can get it.
At that point, I would just take it private, do a cash on delivery mail. Not quite sure what he's saying.
For the price of the PlayStation.
Like,
because of eBay?
Like on eBay?
Yeah.
I'll make a private. Well, like, I wouldn't mind doing it on something like Craigslist or whatever, but I'm like, for something like that, it's a hot ticket item and people want it, I'd be like, okay, we'll meet and I'll trade this to you and you're gonna give me cash, but like you're gonna be required to meet me at the police station. Cause I'm not chancing meeting some person for that and getting robbed.
Yeah. I heard you got a PlayStation 5. Meet me in the back alley in the inner city. No one around, 3 a.m.
I mean, I felt sketchy one time like doing that when I sold someone I had a DS, and that was only like $120 when I sold it, and I was worried that they were gonna try to rip me off.
When PlayStation 4 came out, people were like mugging people for them. And like, I remember just got out of high school. My mom got me the PlayStation 4 as a graduation gift. Because she was like, you graduated, what do you want as a gift? And I was like, PlayStation 4. And I was joking. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, really. And then she actually got it. And when she got it, they had like people escort her to her car because people were getting robbed.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Yay, I think I'm okay. I'm no longer a pilot.
Yeah, 12% of a $500 item is a lot.
I know, I hate that, but like, kind of feel like it's the only way. I don't know. It's mostly because like I would want to use PayPal because PayPal is going to protect me and the person. But I also know there's a slim chance that if someone bought it and paid PayPal, they could also claim that I never gave it to them or whatever, and they could get their money back refunded.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would have proof of shipping. And I'm like, if I do ship something like that, I'm definitely going to be paying for insurance.
There was a person on the PlayStation Reddit. They were like, hey, the person who just got a free PlayStation 5 on their address, do the right thing and give me my console back. Like, just imagine buying like a PlayStation 5 and it gets shipped to the wrong address.
Wow.
And that person has it and they just don't like. I understand, like, hey, that's a nice item. I want that nice item, but it's not yours.
Yeah.
You, like,
I'm also like, there's
thing
ways
that-
to track back to figure out that that got sent to you. Like, it's not like they don't know that it went to your house.
Yeah. I don't understand people. The idea of you wouldn't like it if it happened to you, don't do it, just to elude some people. Like, this is a pet peeve of mine. If you go to the grocery store and you buy, like, you get something and you're like, hey, I don't actually want this item, don't go and, like, put it randomly on the shelf and go, oh, it's their job to organize everything. Because, yeah, it's their job, but you would hate it if someone came into your workplace and just took, like, say you're like a desk job and you do paperwork. Someone just took all your paperwork and disorganized it and said, that's okay, it's your job.
Yeah.
I got into an argument with someone about this. And they were like, yeah, well, that's what rich people do. I'm like, no, I've met people who don't have any money at all and they do it. People do it. People are jerks.
Pretty much in general, they pretty much are. I used to tell my wife when we first got married, I told her, I said, what was it? I was a phrase I would say. I was like, I don't like people. And she looked at me like, what? And I was like, just in general. Just general people, I just don't like them. It's like people in public when you meet them, they're just, I don't know, it's just different. Alright, am I now a pilot again? Yeah, I got a TIE Fighter. Okay, cool.
I was at a grocery store once and I saw some items mixed around and I went and put them back where they went. Grocery store guy looked up to me. He had this, like, it was like a snow day kind of a thing, and the area I live in, everybody freaks out when it snows. So, like, they were really overworked and they had to come in and work an extra day. And he just looked up at me, like, you could tell he had been working multiple shifts, and he was just like, thank you so much. I was like, no problem.
So, I used to work in high school. I worked as a bagger at a grocery store, and one of the things that we had to do was when you had I mean, it wasn't a huge grocery store, but whenever we had like a cart or something that someone didn't pay for, or items that they decided to change their mind and at the aisle, they would there'd be a cart. And you see this at Walmart and places all the time where there's carts where it's restocked items, and you pretty much, an employee then has to take their time and go put those items back on the shelf. And you usually give it to the new guy because the newer people, it's a way for them to learn the store. And also, they're being paid the least, so we'll have them do it. But and on top of that, when you're doing the grocery bagging, one of your jobs is to do the facing, whereas you take the items that are in the back of the aisle, the back of the shelf, and you run it. And that was something that I just learned doing when I was working there. But like, still to this day, I'll if I pick something off a shelf, and if I decide to change my mind later on, I'm like, I don't want this. I see so many people will just toss it in an aisle somewhere where it doesn't belong, and it still irks me.
Yep, just drives me fucking insane. Ugh. Another thing that drives me insane is, like, you can see someone struggling with something, like at a grocery store, like an old person, like, struggling to reach an item. Everybody just walks by.
Yep.
That's another thing that bothers me. Like, I saw this old woman struggling to, like, open up the freezer door. She was trying to get a frozen pizza. Just open it up. I was like, I got the door for you, ma'am. Which pizza do you want? Like, 3 seconds out of your day, people. You're gonna be old one day, too.
And I always, being tall, people always ask me to, can you reach that item on the top shelf or whatever?
Are you tall?
Yeah, I'm like 6'1".
I see.
I'm not super tall, but I'm tall enough that, if there's a lady who's 5 foot in the store and she can't reach the top shelf, they'll look at me and say, can you help me get that? All right, we are in space. This is a different monster.
You hit 6 feet though. That's good. You hit the I'm available women.
Yeah, let's review flight controls. Okay, understand. Chat, yeah, it's a flight. I'm gonna stop. That's not actually helpful. Okay, so switch between Alt. Lets me use my mouse and lets me move. Yep. And forward and back, change my speed. Yeah, it's coming back to me. E press cycles your targets. There's Talus. Yeah, and basically the way space works in this game, you're in like, so hold on, this is a map. Oh, I can't do it. Midnight will subscribe, follow, thank you. The way it works is like Aurelia, Talus are in the same space system. Even though they're different planets, you can go to different planets and do different things on those planets. But because they're in the same, they're close together, they're all part of the same space system you can go to. So you don't have to leave one to go the other.
I got you.
I'm gonna have to pause things again. Wait, hold on.
So what class do you play, Lazy? I think I was in the chat last time you were here, and I think I might have asked you this question. Inquisitive person.
Alright.
I play. That's right. Yep. You're the person I asked last time.
Where? There's that. Okay.
3 days.
What? There we go.
The guy. He's a Wookiee Jedi. I was asking his class or job. And...
Oh, I can't remember how. What is this? That's okay. Did that fix it? No, I think I'm looking at my. What on earth is going on? I'm like locked in a weird viewing position.
Is there first person piloting in this game? I can't remember.
Yeah, you can, but see, I'm like stuck in a weird. Don't know what is going on. There's a key for it, I just can't remember.
Time to hit every button until something works.
Quite literally. That's target. I've pushed something. Wait. Oh, that's the wrong button. What on earth? Yeah, it's like I'm locked on viewing position. This is so bizarre. I don't even think I've seen this happen in the real game. Wait, did I just fix it? So what was that? Okay, it was the clear button. I guess that's a thing. I've never done that before. So like, it's like you push clear, it locks your view. Like what I'm looking at, not what my ship is going towards on the item I'm looking at. That's so weird looking. I like that. Go to the patrol position. So basically, because I have a weak ship, it's gonna be slow. Go towards that waypoint, and you can shoot. Eventually, you'll overheat, and you'll have to wait for it to recharge. Playing this game is pretty cool though, because like especially the ships, when you get your own ship, you can.
Still there?
Yeah, can you not hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it was my audio will cut out if I get a phone call.
Oh,
And I
okay.
just got a phone call, like one of those. You need to give us your credit card number. Something as bad has happened. Spam.
Hate
Nonsense.
those. Why does it keep doing that? It's like I click off the screen and come back and it always does this. At least I know what the key is now. It's doing it. Basically you get patrol waypoints in the first few missions and you go those patrols and you might have to shoot a couple of ships, but that's about it. At least your starter ship, you don't have to worry about it blowing up. Space is one thing. If you don't have money, you can go to space and just loot pretty much any component in the game and make money from it. There's tier 1 through 10 components, and any component you loot, you can sell it to the NPC, and if it's a tier 5 component, you get 5,000 credits.
That's nice.
So it's easy money, but it's like you could come out here and loot things forever, and you could have 60 items that are worth anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000 credits. Pretty good. And when it first happened, I was grinding through. It was no big deal for me to just have an full inventory and come in and sell all my components and be like, oh look, I made 300,000.
But then you needed the components later for something.
You do eventually, but while you're grinding though, you're not usually going to find anything very good. Ultimately, you need stuff that people make that's a combination of like looted stuff with something that a shipwright makes. So it's like a really high quality piece. Pretty much I would just I would just use the loot stuff until I got to a point where I couldn't do a mission or something, then I would I'd go looking for something that had like one component that was slightly better.
Yeah.
It's like getting attacked. Yes, let's land. They asked me so many times.
Who's attacking?
It was a computer chip. Followed me to the. Oh, I was supposed to destroy him. What?
Wait, that was my objective.
I didn't realize that. I wasn't paying attention.
Go back.
I gotta go talk to the dude. Yeah, I ran into some trouble. I get the idea. Okay, let's do it again. Oh, and so now we can go. There we go. Here's space. So the way that this works is like I got experience. I'm at this Imperial Pilot Initiate, and basically I think you need. Can't remember if I'm here or if I need to work to this, but basically you have to earn experience to get to the next skill. But no matter how much experience you get, you won't pass that skill level until you complete the mission for it.
Yeah, I get that.
So there'll be a mission for every one of these circle. But that's what I mean by that profession I picked was hard, because one of the skills to get past was a mission that was really tough. Like, that's why leveling it was tough. The ship again. Now at least I know how to fix my ship and it does that weird viewing. There we go. Here's first person.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You actually have a
I love
cockpit
first
view.
person driving, flying, shooting. Like for ships and whatnot.
It depends what I'm doing. Especially depends on what the ship is. Some of the ships are just big, or they're not. They don't maneuver very well, so I definitely want to do first person. But there's been times where it's been better to be in third.
Third is good for when you're playing a game where you have to do manual landing. Spaceships don't come with mirrors.
Well, speaking of that pilot game, you were talking about the it's on the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
So it has VR capability.
Sounds like fun with the
Yeah,
game.
I haven't done it yet because I have the game. It was one of my Christmas presents, but I asked for it specifically because I was like, hey, it has VR. We have VR. We can try it out. But I haven't actually tried the VR aspect of it yet.
How is the VR in the PlayStation 4? I've never done VR anything except in the early 90s. There was a VR thing I played with, but you know, that was
so
really.
If you have a normal size or small head, then I would definitely recommend going the Quest route, because the headgear for the Oculus Quest is not very big head friendly. Because I tried it one time and it pushes in the side of my temples really hard, and I have a big head. But the PSVR is one of the few systems that actually has it done really well, to where it doesn't push the sides, it hugs the front and the back of your head, so it doesn't matter really how wide your head is, that it's still going to work fine. But as far as functioning, as far as the VR stuff goes, they're all good. But okay. Oh man.
Do you think Sony could update this game and make it a good game? Or do you think they would fail at it?
SWG?
Yeah, if they remade it.
I don't know. It's got a lot of problems as far as like you can't. It's not a true three-dimensional game. Like you can't actually. Okay, why am I not seeing my? Like in WoW, you can actually physically jump over objects and like fall. Like there's actual fall damage. You can actually crash. Like those kind of things exist, but in this game they don't. Like there's not actual falling.
Gotcha.
So it's like I think they would have to completely
Do the whole engine.
yeah, like, which is basically what they did with when BioWare did the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm not sure why. There's usually a reticle that tells me roughly where to shoot. For some reason that's not. It's because I'm targeted on it, I think. There we go. That thing. That it? I finish. I think I finished. Alright, we're gonna turn this in. I'm gonna log off for a few minutes. Feels so slow. I can't. There's no booster. You can add a booster to your other ships, but the base ship, it's such a base one you can't boost. Get in. I hate that you had to get so close to the end. There we go. Alright. So turn it in. Not even reading all this, I'm just strings, everything. Okay. Okay, so I got some space experience. There we go. Then I got 176 ship credits. Alright. I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
I'll message you later. We'll test out the other streaming thing. And
I got you.
to Alpha Gaming, I'll see you next time. Thanks for subscribing. And see y'all later.
See you, everybody.